So I've tried to go into Danzig Bay a couple of times actually since that last little recording, and every time that little engagement between the Schleswig-Holstein's task force and the Polish task force causes the game to crash. So I've avoided that area, but now I have something probably more interesting and probably more what I'm used to as far as, or what I expect really out of a fine Silent Hunter playthrough. We have a contact right there on hydrophone, and I'm not too sure where he's going. Oh, he's not moving real quick, but it would appear that he's headed right for me. Well, maybe I'll just change my course over here for the time being. You could actually attack him with the stern tube, come to think of it, but nah. And then we've got a warship in the area. I'm glad that I have the contact updates enabled, because you'll notice that we got a blue line and no update here. So that was my justification. I feel justified in my justification. Alright, so the target is heading basically north-northwest-ish, more northwest than north-northwest. I'm going to go to the attack scope here and see if I can see him. Let's ask the hydrophone dude what the sitch is. Bearing 5-7. Yeah, I can see his smoke. And where there's smoke, there's tonnage. Okay, well, let's see. He almost looked like he was bearing down on me here, so I'm gonna actually increase my speed to semi-lethargic. Alright, and now he's perpendicular to me. I am going to turn towards his course, sort of. That would be 235, right? 225. Arithmetic. Right? Does that look right? That doesn't look right. 45, yeah, 45 plus 180 is 225. I don't know why I'm doubting that. The numbers, they don't mean what you think they do. Okay, hang on. I'm kind of cocking this up a little bit. So the game doesn't really offer you a good built-in way of finding a torpedo solution in my experience. Oh, hello. But it starts with identifying your target. So he's not a gunboat. Why am I doing that? Let's go through the freighters real quick. Move that up a wee bit. Kind of reminds me of a small merchant from Silent Hunter 4. I wish it was this, but the cranes aren't right. Nope. Kind of, but the cabin is too tall relative to the stack. Nope. Let's see this. Is that it? No. We'll keep that in mind, but it's got these two cranes here, and I don't see that on our ship here. Is this, no, it has cranes projecting off of the cabin. That's not it. How about you? No, this is what I was thinking it was, and it's not. Because, again, the masts aren't right. How about you? That's still not right. That also is not right. And I think we're... Oh, you know what, though? There is another... There is an... Oh, that's probably it. Let's look in here. Yeah, there's another category. It's not like Silent Hunter 3, which has all non-combatant ships in one category. Oh, hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. What am I doing? And my XO is actually saying it's a troop transport, and I agree, because I think it's this. So you normally in the game, if you're doing the manual method, you're gonna interact with your XO to coordinate your shot through this interface, I guess. Let's get this garbage out of the way. What you can do though, through the use of mods, is you can use this manual to send the mast height to the TDC, and you actually can bypass this entirely. I'm gonna kind of use it though, which is possibly not going to result in anything good, but I'm going to try all the same. So it's a Ukel, small passenger type, and it is definitely Polish based on that flag. And let's try to range him out using the Stadometer. And my wife is using the blender. You probably can hear that. She's making a delicious carrot soup, so it's worth the price. Alright, so he's saying about 2.5 clicks away. I find that credible. So, I don't know if I'm exactly perpendicular to his course. I'm not going to look again at the map to verify that. I think I kind of am, though. I'm heading southwest. He's probably heading north-northwest. I think his AOB... Oh. We lost lock, basically, there. It's kind of like what happens in Silent Hunter 3. He's going to be something like this. Now, I could just subtract 25 from 90 and get 75, but I think that he's a little bit more square than that. And then I have to speed him out. Now, there's a method you can use, which frankly doesn't make sense to me, but it works somehow, where you can time him as he crosses your scope reticle here. And then you use his length to determine how far away he is. And I think you have to be stationary to do this, but we're moving towards him, so I might bump up our speed, and I just lost him, so I'm going to say there. That's probably about... I could do that again. So let's see, 80 divided by 25 is 3 and a little bit of change, 3 1/5. So times 2, that would put him at 6, we'll say 6.5 knots, maybe 7. Let's go with 6.5. 6.5 seems decent. He's not really moving that quickly. But we keep getting washed over, so this is going to be a little bit of a problem. So I'm actually going to manually input his speed as... I think I can actually do it this way. Tell you what, let's give him a little bit more of a lead so I can do this the right way. There. I'll rearrange him using this Stadometer here. I don't know why I'm giving it a German St sound. It's just Stadometer. I kind of like this. I think I like the solution here, so I'm going to go ahead and take a shot. Alright. First shot, and may it be a good shot. Alright, so let's go to the free camera and get this garbage out of the way. And that looks decent. Looks like it might be a bit ahead of where he's going to be, though. But let's speed things up a teensy bit. That's more than a teensy bit. Now, it is daylight out, and this is leaving a trail. So he could very easily see this. Let's actually go to his ship. And I've done this before so that you guys know how this works, I guess, but you know, it's not real distinct. I don't know. Let's see, where is that torpedo? It's over here. I think this has got a chance, folks. I don't know if the surface conditions are such that we can finish this off with the deck gun, but I don't know if we'll need to. We'll hopefully just land a real good, solid hit here. Hopefully, unless he speeds up. He might be speeding up. Unless it's a dud, I think that's a hit. There you go. Went a little bit astern, so he probably was going 7 knots. What a relief. I'm glad that we landed a hit for our first shot. I think that would be an inauspicious start to miss. I don't know. We might want to go on the surface here and try the deck gun out. He doesn't look too good. The sun is descending behind a cloud as well. How apropos. The days grow dark for our target. Yeah, he might be done, actually. Did I blow off his screws? Oh, I can't tell. That's right. Well, I could see them moving. He's still underway. Also, that's definitely cheating. So he's about dead on for me. I don't want that. I want this. I'm going to watch him on the scope for a little bit. He's putting out a hell of a lot of smoke. And he's not a real big ship either. Oh, we're getting a radio message. Oh, thank you. Thank you for telling me that I'm looking at a ship. Overt military operations have commenced against Poland. Oh, just in time. All Polish vessels are to be... Oh, this is the standard... Seriously, we're at war, guys. Message. He's steering. He's trying to do some evasive maneuvers. The game doesn't really make ships sink in the way that Silent Hunter 3 or 4 does, so I'm not going to really watch him. We will eventually, though... I'll try to keep an eye on him, basically to see if he does start sinking, and then I will let you guys know. But all in all, I'm pretty pleased with that. Wasn't a orthodox attack. Kind of had to cobble together a few different methods in my attack, but it achieved results, and that's what we're after. We're a results-driven crew. Alright, enough of that corporate claptrap. Let's just watch this guy and make sure he sinks. Alright, he's trying to sail away. But unfortunately for him, I hate that song. He says as his sub makes a toilet flushing sound. Alright, that's just us flushing the ballast. As it were. So, oh boy, he can see us. I don't care. I'm going to start blasting out flank speed here. And not do that. Why are we turning? Oh, I changed the course. That's why we're turning. Good old crew. There we go. Set escape. Thank you. Get a look at him. He's not really riding low in the water or anything like that. I'm not sure about the deck gun, but we will give it a try.
To action stations. Move it.
You speak English? That's disconcerting.
Flag gun ready and manned.
Wait, no.
Deck gun is ready and manned.
Okay. in any way suspicious. Let's go ahead and try to chase this guy down. Could use the Yuzo to get his range, but I'm not going to worry about it. You know what? The game is being awfully loud, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit. You're up here, I need you down here. It's not any better. There you go. Thrilling options changes. That's a little better. Alright. So this actually has a gun sight, which is kind of fun. Cool thing about it though is that you can get your range pretty exact. Getting some waves here. I cannot see my target. So let's, oh, there we go. That was well short, I think. I'm going to steer a little bit here. That's fine. Okay. There you go. Now there is a warship in the area, so I need to be mindful of that, but we're hitting them. Can't see for sure if these are quality hits, but that's okay. That's a miss. For some reason I can't move my gun. Oh, this might be related to the weather. Like how in Silent Hunter 3, if the weather's too choppy, you can't move the deck gun. And in fact, yeah, there's no crew on it anymore. Oh, there we go, there we go. They'll run away and hide if it gets too choppy. Well, that is the wrong range entirely. You're at about 2.5 clicks, I think. Looks like I'm hitting him on the structure of his ship. I don't really want to be doing that, but I'll lower the range a little. That's the opposite of lowering it. There we go. I might have my crew take over because I'm apparently not doing a super great job. Yeah, it was short actually, so I could see the splash. There you go. Now he's got his stern to us, so we're landing hits in the back. Fortunately, that doesn't matter, because I think Silent Hunter 5 has a primitive damage model compared to 3 and 4. It isn't like it fills certain compartments with water when you hit a certain area of the ship. I'm going to decrease the range a little bit. Silent Hunter 3 would give you better damage for hitting certain areas of the ship with a torpedo. And if you hit one side of the ship multiple times, you start to get less of a benefit from hitting it. And then if you go over to the other side, it does even more damage because the enemy would be counter-flooding. It's science. It's complicated. Oops, I think I moved my gun at the... Well, that worked anyways. I'm going to let my crew take over if I can. weird. I have a German sound pack installed, so I don't know why it's doing this, but oh. I don't know if we shot that or not. Maybe he's just feeling explodey. Yeah. I don't see how he can continue for much longer, because he is basically fully engulfed in flames. Let's go ahead and cheat a little. Whoa. Yeah, he looks pretty crappy. We lost sound there because I went underwater, but that's okay. We have water in our ears, apparently. And he's going under, it looks like. Whoa, okay. Camera control. No, he's still plugging along. For some reason my crew is not reacting to my order to go ahead and just shoot. I have to designate a target, maybe. Oh, maybe he's done. I'm saying there's no visual contact. He's still putting smoke out. That's the hallmark sign that smoke out of his stack, I should say. Well, why not? Go ahead and save. It auto-saves every now and then. It's kind of annoying. Steer towards him a little bit. I need to be careful, though, because there is a warship in the area. I wonder if I have to tell my Weps officer. No, it's for a torpedo, apparently.
Target acquired. Target acquired.
Super. Let's see if I can... You have to bear with me, folks. I do apologize. Oh, boy.
Target acquired.
Well, he might be done. He looks pretty awful. Oh, there he goes. Yep, he's done. That's why we weren't shooting him. He was just taking his sweet-ass time to sink. So, you know, it's a decent success, a decent start to our career. Chippy little merchant, or passenger ship, about a little bit under 2,000 tons, but we'll take it. It's a nice appetizer for the veritable buffet that will be the Baltic Sea. Yes, yes, quite, yes. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have us turn to course. Did we meet our objective? Oh, we have to intercept / report the Polish task force. Well, I didn't even think about that. Let's see. Let's return to course. And once we get to that bearing, just about, I'm going to have us dive. And to do that, I'll have to get off the deck, huh? Alright. Gotta go up to go down. There we go.
Holding fire.
Why is everybody speaking English?
Auf Seerohrtiefe gehen.
Okay. And our depth is... There you go. Okay, are we hearing anything? Constant distance. That's good news. So he's not really chasing us. What I will do, though, is I'm going to change my course just to go this way now. Because I want to keep my ears on him. Yeah, it looks like he's running parallel in the opposite direction. So he apparently isn't going to check on a sunk merchant near him. Fine by me. Yep, he's just going to amble on to the northwest. Okay, so I'm going to keep going this way, and maybe we will interslept. Well, we've only just begun. I think we're getting a little bit hasty. Intercept / report the Polish task force. I don't know where that Freudian slip came from. But yeah, we're going to try to sink some more stuff.